Fox Carolina Weather. Weather Rate certified most accurate local forecast.
And speaking of that very same storm, we're dealing with our own side of it here in the western Carolinas as we head into, especially today and really tonight. We're going to see quite a bit of rain out of this thing as we just wring a lot of moisture up out of the Gulf of Mexico. Flood watch posted for a lot of our northwestern counties here tonight, basically from about the Pickens and Clemson area on northward into the mountains of western North Carolina. Asheville, Hendersonville, you're not quite in that watch zone there, but still expecting some heavy rain all across the board here, whether you're upstate or across the mountains. Take a look at the radar out there right now. Heaviest pockets of rain remain exactly in that flood watch zone, right around Franklin, and then beginning to reach a bit farther out to the east toward Asheville and Hendersonville. Some light to moderate rain also coming in toward Clemson, Anderson, and then spanning over into some lighter rain around Greenville and Spartanburg, right along the 85 corridor there. Putting this in motion, you can see this is all generally lifting off toward the east-northeast. So these areas off in the southern upstate toward Lawrence and Greenwood, where we're not seeing a lot of rain right now, expect at least some light showers to keep filtering on here as we head throughout the remainder of this morning and into the afternoon. All of this, again, part and parcel of this sprawling winter storm warnings, in fact, up for today alone, all the way from Maine to Texas, and you can see why. Big shield of heavy snow still coming down across parts of St. Louis, Illinois, all the way into Indiana and Ohio. Some heavier rains kind of on the warmer side of that system. And this rain over parts of Louisiana, that's going to be the main wave of heavier rain that we expect to see here in the Carolinas later on tonight as this whole system just continues to make gradual progress off toward the east. So putting it on the futurecast here, heading from the 9 o'clock hour into the midday period, we'll continue to see the main focus for a lot of that steadier rain to remain just north of I-85 up toward the mountains, Asheville, Rutherfordton, over toward places like Franklin as well, and some of that occasionally spilling toward Toccoa and Clemson. Basically the same story as we start to approach the evening commute, dinner time around 5 p.m. Some sporadic, spotty showers around Greenville, Spartanburg, and the upstate, but still that main focus for some steadier and at times heavier rain into the mountains. But it's really during the overnight period tonight, starting around 9 p.m., big wave of that big slug of moisture coming in, heavy rain anywhere across the mountainous regions of North Carolina and spanning even in toward the Greenville, Spartanburg, Clemson, and Anderson areas. That'll continue to march east throughout the overnight period. We see by 2 a.m. a lot of that heavy rain is now spilling over into the upstate, Greenwood, Newberry, Spartanburg, and another wave of it too trailing back into the mountains. That will continue into the start of the day tomorrow with still likely some heavy rain hanging on in parts of the area during the morning drive tomorrow. But then finally, as we hit about midday and into tomorrow afternoon, while we can't rule out a spot shower to the southeast of the area, we'll generally start to dry things out during the second half of the day, and then we're going to clear big time as we head into the weekend. Rainfall amounts, heaviest again up in the mountains, could pick up as much as 2 to 3 inches of rain, basically anywhere from Greenville on toward the north and west. Some lighter amounts on the order of a ½ inch to upwards of 1.25 inches in the eastern part of the upstate through tomorrow night. Speaking of the upstate, silver lining here is that it's going to be a warmer day. 62 the expected high for today with on and off rain. South-southeast winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. As for the mountains, milder for you as well. You'll hit the upper 50s, rain some heavy at times, continuing into tonight, don't forget. And looking beyond that into your 7-day forecast in the mountains, once we get beyond the rain and 50s tomorrow, sunshine returns, but we're in for a big cool down this weekend. Even with that sun Saturday and Sunday, we'll hit temperatures only in the 40s. And after those 60s, similar forecast for the upstate, we dry out into the weekend and temperatures cooling back into the 50s.